Hi everybody and welcome to the CGCUP masterclass with the amazing Erik Staub. Hi Erik.
Hi Spiriton.
He has been working with some amazing people and he has been sitting on the toilet for IKEA commercial, I think it was, right?
Yes.
What are we going to learn from you in this masterclass?
In the center, we're going through concept art, creature design with traditional methods. So I'll be teaching traditional sculpture and using that to do creature design and character design because the traditional methods have a couple of advantages over the digital versions because you can work a lot with coincidence. Like, for example, if you melt a material, the way it flows, it's pretty much down to normal physics, not digital physics. And you can start creating really interesting textures and some shapes that form are, kind of very naturistic in themselves.
And then we have the randomizer. All right, here we are at the randomizer for Erik Staub. And hit it. The curtain went up. We see an animal or a human in shackles. His torso is a muscular man's body, a massive neck, and a huge ant head.
I can easily work with stuff like that. It does, of course, sound like something that would have happened roughly 100 to 150 years ago, where this kind of freak showish thing was still common.
Then let's move on.
Like I said, there's a couple of the details that come to my mind. First of all, there's shape language as for the actual shape. So I would pinch off a little bit of, this is Super Sculpey that I have right now. I'm going to do the final piece probably with a different material. But when I think about the shape language and the weight of the individual body parts, like I would have the head here and the body here, and I would compare the relative size by just making little balls with it and trying to figure out if that's a good ratio. If we have a thick neck and everything, and I think it's not enough, so I'm going to pinch off a little more. If it's regular human legs, it might make sense for it to be kind of like a normal human's legs, but the rest of the body kind of big. But then again, I have to figure out if the weight would support it. The weird thing about sculpting or doing these quick sculpt sketches is they're not recorded. If you do a drawing, that's recorded because it's on a piece of paper. Everything I do here, I have to memorize in form of the shape and the acting.
And then there's the third part, step-by-step review.
This material is not the fastest sculpting stuff, not the fastest clay because it gets so hard. But there's a couple of techniques that I'm going to describe later on that I like to use very hard materials for. Now in this case, the head is attached. I'm now removing material. So the thing about sculpting is that it's additive and subtractive working. So first you add material and then you take it away. If you're sculpting in stone, for example, that's only subtractive because you only take away. You can't really add anything to it. It's more like a flat wire. It's almost like a tiny blade and it scrapes off more. You can remove a lot more material. Okay, so starting out with just a regular set of pliers that you need to, bend wire. The wire I'm using right here is aluminum wire. Aluminum wire has a couple of very nice properties. For example, it does not feather back. When you bend it, it stays the way you bent it. If you use iron wire, it'll feather back and it's not that precise. Yeah, rough job, man. I roughed up the smooth surfaces here. I opened up the middle section so that it would be flexible because these creatures, they move around a lot, so you need to have some sort of flexibility within their little protective shell. You just go over it, and since it's really hot, you can see the glow of the flame on the material. It's almost like a small red flashlight.
There are many more to explore, and hope to see you again on CGCUP.